What's up, guys? Welcome back to Black Star Anime, the anime community's voice of reason. I'm your host, Cody.
And I'm Manny.
And this is Let's Talk Anime. This edition of Let's Talk Anime, we're going to be covering what you should still be watching from the past fall anime season of 2015.
Let's do it.
So we're about 8 weeks into the fall season, and we got a couple anime that we're still watching.
Yeah.
Some of them that we can agree with, kind of in the air about, and actually, surprisingly, we have the the least, I should say, the amount of drops we have the least from this season, which is either good because they're making better anime, or bad because our standards have lowered over the seasons.
I can't tell
either.
There's a few things this season I'm like, I don't know why I'm still watching this, but but I'm still watching it.
Yeah, It
happens. So
what are we not watching?
Let's start with the drop list.
Yes.
First thing I dropped was Valkyrie Drive, and I gave it a fair try. I gave it like 3 episodes. 4 actually. I gave it 4 episodes, and I remember the whole reason you and I both wanted to try it was for the promise of the fight.
For the fight scenes.
Yes. It was marketed as ecchi, and this is borderline hentai, so that was downplayed a little bit, and the fight scenes just aren't where they should be.
Okay, so it was pretty much hentai with minimal to just lacking fight scenes from what we saw in that trailer.
Compared to the trailer, yeah.
Okay.
It's no
clickbait trailer.
It's
Okay.
They baited me and then they switched me. It's not what I signed up for.
All right, that happens.
The next one I dropped was Shomin Sample. I think I'm saying that right. That was the one I was telling you about, where there's one dude going into an all-girls school. All the girls are like high princess, high society type.
Yeah, super
very secluded,
reclusive. Yeah, so you were talking about they never seen like cell phones.
Yeah,
they have no idea what's going on in the outside world. All they know is like the lessons they're being taught inside this princess boarding school academy thing.
So the main character's a regular dude.
Yes.
With regular interests, and they're like surprised. They're literally surprised by a cell phone. So I was like, "Wait a minute! You mean every girl in this school is that one girl from the anime that doesn't know anything about the world?"
Yeah.
Nope. Hard pass.
Okay.
Okay. Don't need to watch that. Not for me.
All right. So some ones that are up in the air for you.
These are hanging in there.
Okay.
I'm gonna give them another episode or 2 and see where they go.
Yeah, because we're already on episode like 8 or something.
Right, but there's so much spread out that we've only had time to watch 3 or 4 of everything.
Yeah.
Concrete Revolutio.
Okay.
You saw the first episode with me.
I don't think I'm gonna watch that anymore.
I'm on the fence. I'm gonna give it one more episode and see where it goes. I was telling him I like the story. I like where they're going.
Well, it's unique. It's original. Art style is good.
Yeah, it looks beautiful.
Yeah, if you watch it, you think it's like bad quality. It's an artistic direction. Yeah. Like, it's not. The quality's actually pretty good.
I like it.
Animation's actually pretty good.
The storytelling is just, it's murdering it for me.
Yes.
Like, they're telling 2 different stories, 2 different, not 2 different stories. It's 2 different timelines.
Yes, 2 different timelines happening at the same time in the same episode.
And it's just sometimes it's too much.
Yeah, which can work if you do it right, but they're not really executing it very well in this.
No, so I'm gonna give it an episode more. Hopefully they tighten up, maybe focus on one timeline more than the other.
Yeah, that would be cool.
That will help out a little. We'll see how that goes. But Concrete Revolutio, we'll see. Another one I'm watching is Dance with Devils. That's hanging in there for me.
That's not hanging in there.
Well, you were turned off from the trailer right off the get go.
It's not hanging in there at all.
It's interesting. It's a musical. If you didn't know that, it is a musical, and the music just comes out of nowhere. Like, it's just random.
It's a musical.
Like, we were just watching a scene. Dude comes in and kicks a guy. The music starts, and they're about to break into a musical. So I'm like, this is interesting. But it's the romance genre with demons and a musical at the same time. Those 3 things come together, and I still find it intriguing. So I'm gonna give it another episode or 2, see where they go. Comet Lucifer.
Okay, so Comet Lucifer was very interesting. That was the one where the trailer literally showed us like nothing.
A music video.
Yeah, it was a music video.
Look what we can do.
But I was interested to see what was going on. So I guess really without spoiling anything, Comet Lucifer, you have like the accidental, coincidental hero type guy, but my issue is he's not very likable off the bat. And then he bumps into another, I guess, main character that's gonna accompany him on this journey of him, you know, the girl from the trailer, like, she's the main thing. That's the main issue, this girl. And you have, like, this military group after her, like, the government's after her. But I guess, like, the world sent this you know, this hero to help her on the journey to save the world. And everything's cool, and they actually have mechs. Like, mechs are fighting each other. I was like, all in the first episode, I was like, oh, this is really interesting. Just out of left field, a mech just comes and saves them. I was like, okay, that's cool. But none of the characters are likable. Like, I don't like any of the characters.
That's a major buzzkill.
None of them. Like, it's just, I mean, the world's interesting. It's not like the greatest thing ever, but it's not bad.
Yeah.
It's not really like super cookie cutter either. It looks relatively interesting, but no, none of the characters I like. And for an adventure anime, you have to give me characters I like. That's one big thing. I don't like any of them.
At least one.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's kind of hanging in there, but we'll see where they go.
Give it another ep or so.
Yeah, like 2 more. We'll see.
All right. Next is Beautiful Bones.
Yeah. So, Beautiful Bones, I put on the hanging in there. When I get to, like, the good from this season, I'll explain that more. Beautiful Bones is one of those, like, different anime. So if you like, I guess, more of a serious tone, there was a lot of action themed anime this season. There was a lot of supernatural animes with like vampires and demons.
Spirits.
Yeah, there's a lot of that going on. So this is more grounded. Main character, I definitely like the 2 main characters. Like, you know, they call her the Princess of Bones, so she's obsessed with bones and trying to find like animal bones. Like, bones have a story to tell, and you know, and there's more to her backstory, but you have to watch a little bit to see how, you know, this happened. Like, why is she the Princess of Bones? And the main character, he accompanies her, but it's like at the same time, he doesn't care about bones. He gets grossed out by them all the time. And she always refers to him as like a childlike manner. And he's like, take me seriously, you know? He wants like their relationship to progress. And she's like, bones. So it's different. It's definitely different. I mean, it's worth a watch. I would give it like 2 eps. And within 2 eps, you already know like the pacing and where the anime is going. There's nothing from what I've seen so far that's going to come out left field. So
cool.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna get into some stuff that I put in as watch later. This is kind of because the season's so big. Like there were so many things that came out.
Yeah.
That I kind of still want to give this more episodes to watch, but we don't have time.
Yeah.
So this is going into that queue, and we're gonna hope that they don't get lost there forever.
Yeah.
One on there is Garo Crimson Moon.
Okay. Yeah.
I've seen about 3 episodes of Garo. Garo, and I like what I'm seeing. It's cool. There's, like you were just saying, supernatural. There's spirits coming, spirits attacking people, and then you have the main character. What's her name? Simone, something like that. Shimon, I can't remember. She comes out and she defeats demons. It's a little repetitive in the beginning, so hopefully, when we get to it later, they change it up a little bit.
Yeah, they're pretty much just like training with these lesser demons for the overall big bad that's coming. That's really what
what it seems like. It's
I mean, it's happening.
Kind of a spirit of the week,
so,
with one big spirit in the background that's pulling the strings or making an appearance, and then later we'll fight the big bad spirit guy. So I don't know. Hopefully it turns out great. But the show looks great. The animation's great. It's Studio Mappa. They're killing it. So I definitely want to get back to it. These last 2, I'm going to talk about them at the same time. It's the Asterisk War and the Magic. What is it? The Anti-Magic Academy 35th Test Platoon. And we're going to talk about it at the same time because the first 2 episodes is the same damn anime.
Yeah, I watched the first 2 episodes for these like the first week the season came out, and both episode 1s, and I'm like, I watched the same thing, right? It was like the same thing. It was awkward how alike and similar
it was strange. Episode 2 had small
small
divergence, but they were almost identical too. I was like, yo, this is weird. Like,
it was getting uncomfortable
in the same season like that.
Yeah, it was getting uncomfortable. I'm like, no, this is weird.
In episode 3, they start taking a different path, and I couldn't tell you which one to watch. Which one's better?
Yeah, that's kind of half and half. I mean, you can watch both of them and see which one you prefer, but to understand the differences between them, you have to get past the first 2 episodes, which are very, very similar.
They're very, very,
very similar.
If I had to pick and choose, I would probably say Asterisk War. I like their animation quality more than I like 35th Platoon.
Yeah, I would say Asterisk War has a better magic system also.
Yeah.
So
I give a slight edge to Asterisk War. Again, I'm gonna come back to both of them. Probably give them to episode
35th Test Platoon has. It's hard to say, but the characters are kind of more interesting in that one.
They're quirkier.
Yeah, they're quirkier.
And you're right. I like that.
But
the main character is better in Asterisk War.
Yeah, Asterisk War has a better main character, a better male lead because they both have a main male and female. So, yeah, okay.
So, but onto the good stuff.
The good.
This is the stuff you definitely should be watching.
This is the stuff if you're not watching this by week 9 of this season, you need to get on these shows ASAP.
I'm not going to talk about this one too much in depth because it's season 2. It's Seraph of the End. If you didn't watch season 1, you probably can't really just jump into it.
Yes.
Because they're already in the middle of crazy stuff.
Yeah, they're making good character progression in season 2, off the bat.
Off the bat, they're training. They're psychologically training.
Yes.
It's, I guess you want to call them, they're the military now of Japan, fighting vampires with demon blades. That's the storyline. It's awesome. You should definitely watch Seraph of the End.
Yes.
The Perfect Insider.
Okay, so Perfect Insider is honestly really awesome. This is going to be, I guess, the most unique from this series because, as we already said, there's a lot of vampires, there's a lot of swords, there's a lot of magic going on. So Perfect Insider is more of a dark scene and mystery. If you like everything I just said, like I do, definitely watch Perfect Insider. I believe it might have been character designed and story, but if you ever read any type of manga written by Inio Asano, which makes beautiful works,
yes,
his hand is in this pot. So if that doesn't make you want to watch this anime even more, you definitely should. It's a very intellectual anime. There's a lot of dialogue going back and forth, and they're trying to get into the minds of each other, but at the same time, one of the main characters and I really don't want to spoil anything, but one of the people they're trying to interact with, she's so intellectual, she's on a different tier, and this guy's everyone thinks this guy's on a different tier, and he says in the anime, he's like, no, she's on a different tier, I want to get to her tier, and I'm like, I'm not ready. I'm not ready at all. When you get into the mystery deeper into the episodes, it really just pulls you in. I want to say maybe the first 2 eps, you'll kind of be like, okay. And then after that, as soon as you're in it. So Perfect Insider is it's so refreshing too. This is one of the
sea of magic and swords and demons and vampires.
This is one of the reasons why I really got into anime for shows like this that they're just more serious, more mysterious, more dark, and not dark in the horror sense, but you know what I mean.
Darker
and it just pulled me in, and where they have these more mature themes, but it's not exposing breast and every other.
It's not hentai.
Yeah, it's not panty shots. It's mature in a very good way. It's refreshing, so I like it a lot.
Hell yeah. Next is Heavy Object.
Heavy Object.
Heavy Object.
Yeah, Heavy Object was borderline.
I can do it. The Techno Drum Man.
Yeah,
I'll get to it.
It was borderline hanging in there and then put it in the goods for me. I put this in there because it's similar to other ones because it's a military thing. Mm-hmm. It's really different because there's no magical abilities or anything in it. So off the bat, what you get in the first 30 seconds from episode 1 of Heavy Object is it's the end of the 21st century, and there's no more wars between soldier armies against other armies of soldiers. So the objects are literally just tanks, and they get into the details. Yeah, they get into the details of the objects, and they have like smart armor, onion plated craziness, and they don't have any missiles. They use the power from the cores. Like these things just go ham. And the world is divided up into different territories, and these different territories are owned by organizations, and these organizations fund and maintain objects. So if one organization wants to take over another territory, they send their object, which is this tank thing, and it battles that object. And whichever object wins, that's it. That's it. There's nothing else, because the enemy organization, they're like, we can't win against an object, so if our object loses, that's it. It's done. It's a white flag.
That's the end.
That's it. It's
Surrender.
done. The characters are definitely likable. I do like them in it. There's moments though that one of the mains, I forget his name, the guy with the blonde hair, where he'll kind of do like the comedic relief type thing, because he's kind of a pervert. So, but it's a super serious moment. Like, they're getting bombarded with missiles and fire and all this other stuff. And he says it. He's like, this is a wrong moment to say it, but look at the rack on her. And then they keep running because they're about to die. And I'm like, really? Whatever.
We'll gloss over that.
Yeah. What makes up for it, though, is like the, oh shit, this got real moments. And there's a lot of those in Heavy Object that definitely, kind of just tides you over throughout the episode. If you want more of that, if you don't mind, like,
and
the
of course
comedic,
the show's clean as hell.
Yes, but if you don't mind, like, the comedic relief moments, or they're zooming in on boobs or something, I mean, then you can get through an episode. But me, I want more of the serious, the more gritty moments, and people die. Like, at first I was like, okay, everyone's relevant. No, people will die in this anime. So if you're into that, if you're into a military thing, if you want to see how this new world is without armies, and
that is interesting.
Yeah, and there's different types of objects. They have Gen 1s and Gen 2s, and they have ones
that all look like the Technodrome.
No, one looks like a spider, and some of them are better on different terrains. So some of them are better in snow, some of them are better in like the desert and water. And I'm like, oh, this is really interesting, because they talk about how the pilots, which are called elites, need to get into the best position possible. So if they know that this object is better in the water and theirs isn't, they need to get in a better position to win the battle. So it gets into that, which I really do like. So yeah, I would put it in the good list. I like it.
Next 3 you should absolutely be watching.
Yeah. These 3 are top 3.
These are the ones
almost top 3 of this year.
We're waiting for the next episode the day after.
Yeah, it's like releasing in 2 hours, and I'm like, freaking out.
Of course, Haikyu season 2,
dude.
Haikyu season 2.
If you have not seen any Haikyu, stop the video right now.
One more time, Haikyu season 2.
Not only one of the best sports anime, period.
It's just good anime on top.
It's just a great freaking anime.
It's good anime.
Yes.
The show's so clean.
Yes.
Great character development.
Yes.
Oh my god, you have these great interactions with characters.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's so many lovable characters in Haikyu. Yes. That's really what draws me in.
Mm-hmm.
Freaking side character 12 is interesting.
Yeah, even like, well, they pretty much have enemy characters from every single team, and even the enemy characters, I'm like, I like you. You're cool. Yeah. But
just the interactions they have with their enemies too. I'm like, yes. Like, I feel like he's an enemy, even though he's not. He's just a dude playing volleyball on the other team.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Oh, I love it. Haikyu 2, you should absolutely be watching it.
Yes.
It's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, what you've seen all over the internet and all the memes, One Punch Man.
One Punch Man.
You should absolutely be watching One Punch Man.
Yes.
I don't know what else to say
There's
beyond that to you.
This thing's all over the internet already. You already know the overpoweredness, the overtopness of Saitama's one punch power. I mean,
it's
everything
I've wanted to see in a lot of action animes for a while.
Yes.
I will say one thing though, which is what I was telling you before. The formula for me is not going to work anymore. They've had the same formula almost every episode, and that I'm hoping they change it up so that it doesn't get stagnant. But him killing something in one punch that's supposed to be earth shaking and earth shattering and changing, I'm hoping there's something a little bit more challenging than that.
Yeah, well, they'll develop into future arcs.
Right, that's what you were saying. So it's going to be a longer show. So we'll see. We hope it gets...
You'll get there. If
really,
you're not
really
there,
good.
get there. One Punch Man.
Yeah, One Punch Man.
Mm-hmm.
And of course,
one.
last...
The new Gundam.
Is this your favorite for the season?
No, Haikyu is.
Haikyu?
Yeah.
I don't know. For me, it's between Haikyu or
Yeah?
Gundam.
No, that's fine. This is a great Gundam.
Yeah.
I even said it. This is going in my list for top Gundams.
Gundam Iron Blood Orphans.
Iron-blooded badasses. You're iron-blooded badasses.
This show's just... It's awesome.
Yes.
Like, every time I've watched a Gundam and I'm like, he should do this, and they don't do it. In this show, before I think he should do that, he's already doing it. It's already done. I'm like, this show, yes, more of this. This is a great Gundam. I freaking love it. It's more grounded too. Like they're not. Well, probably maybe in the future, but they're not like all in space and traveling in different colonies.
They're not celestial beings. There is colonies. They're not celestial beings like warping through space and etc. and other stuff. Their Gundams aren't crazy OP. Do you think maybe it's because there's only one Gundam technically? So there's only one Gundam. You have the equivalent of their leader, their strategist, and then you have their other fighters, their other soldiers, and like these little team in these little mech suits, and they're coordinating, they're doing things. So there's a lot more going on in. But it's so like even between like good military going on, good characters and character development,
good politics,
and then seeing good mech battles.
Yes,
and a lot of other Gundams. Those three things are they're not even. It's like good mech battles. These characters suck. Too much military talk. Or it would just like change within 10 episodes, like 10 straight episodes of military, and then the next 3 episodes are pure mech fight, and we're not going to give you any more development. Oh, forget that character.
That character just died in a random explosion.
Yeah, bye. No. Everything about this is actually really well executed.
I like. What I'm really digging. That's why it might be one of my favorites. Is the storytelling.
Yes,
the storytelling in this is absolutely beautiful. I absolutely love it. I can't wait for each episode.
Yes,
Iron-blooded orphans.
All right, and that's gonna do it for this Let's Talk Anime. What you should still be watching from fall 2015.
Thank you guys for watching. Go ahead and give us a like if you liked the video. If you didn't, leave us a comment down below. Let us know, what are you still watching from this season, or what are you not watching? Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. It helps the show. And of course, share this with all your friends. Let them know what they should be watching for the anime season. We'll see you next time on Let's Talk Anime.
They act like they didn't know I spit heaters. Flow doing damage like Battleship Libra. Rappers trying to keep up with Richie, I'm too clever. The nerd Jay-Z, but I'm making Romefeller records. Attention, you are now tuned into Wing Zero Music. Assassinate these rappers like the real hero you is.